How can doing absolutely nothing make you almost $300,000 richer? Sounds like a trick question, right? But it's not. And that number, well, it's very, very real. Let's get into it.
$299,000. That's the difference we're talking about. And look, this isn't from some crazy stock pick or grinding away at a side hustle. Nope. This is from a force, a power that just works quietly in the background. I mean, they say Einstein himself called it the eighth wonder of the world. So what is this magic trick? It's compound interest. And trust me, by the time we're done here, you're going to get exactly how this financial superpower works. And more importantly, why time is the secret ingredient. And let's be super clear, this is not about working harder. It's not about being some stock market genius. The whole secret, the whole game is about one simple thing, just starting earlier. Okay, so what is this thing? Well, to put it super simply, compound interest is when you earn interest on your interest. It's that magic moment where your money stops just sitting there and actually starts making its own money. It becomes a little money-making machine. All right, check this out. Simple interest. It's just a flat, straight line. Predictable, kind of boring. But compound interest, that's where the action is. You see that curve? It starts off slow, you might not even notice it, but then, whoosh, it just takes off like a rocket. The best way to think about it is like a snowball. You know, you start at the top of a hill with a tiny little ball. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, which makes it bigger, which helps it pick up even more snow faster and faster. That's exactly what's happening with your money. Okay, so that's the theory. Sounds good, right? But what kind of a difference does this really make in the real world with real money? Well, let me tell you, the numbers are kind of staggering. So let's meet two people. We'll call them Alex and Jordan. Now, they're both smart investors. They invest the exact same amount of money every single month in the exact same thing. But there is one crucial difference. So Alex gets going at age 25, putting away just $200 a month. Jordan does the exact same thing, but just waits a decade, starting at 35. Now fast forward to retirement at age 65. Look at these numbers. Alex is sitting on over $500,000. Jordan, not even half of that, all because of a 10-year delay. Let's just look at that number by itself for a second. $299,000. That, right there, is the price tag for waiting 10 years. And here's the craziest part. Alex only actually invested $24,000 more out of pocket. That's it. But that little bit of extra cash, plus that 10-year head start, created a nearly $300,000 gap. That extra money didn't come from working harder. It came from time. Now, here's the thing you absolutely have to remember. Compounding is a double-edged sword. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It can work for you in things like index funds and retirement accounts, or it can work against you big time with stuff like high-interest credit card debt. And the speed is everything here. You might be thrilled to get a 10% return on an investment, but that credit card, it could be compounding against you at 24% or even more. You know, trying to invest while you're in high-interest debt, it's like trying to run up an escalator that's going down way faster than you can climb. So, is there an easy way to figure this stuff out without getting a PhD in math? You bet there is. There's a super simple trick, a little mental shortcut every investor should have in their back pocket. And it all boils down to one simple number, 72. It's called the Rule of 72. Here's how it works. You just take the number 72 and divide it by the interest rate. That's it. That tells you roughly how many years it takes for your money to double. So at a 10% return, your money doubles about every 7 years. But look at that bottom line. At 24% interest, your debt doubles in just 3 years. See, it shows you the good and the bad right there. And here's where it gets really mind-blowing. Let's say you start with 10 grand. Your first double gets you to 20,000. Okay, cool, a $10,000 gain. But look what happens later on. That jump from 160,000 to 320,000, that's a $160,000 gain in the same amount of time. The real, life-changing money, it all comes at the end. So if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Starting with just a little bit of money today is so much more powerful than waiting to start with a lot of money 10 years from now. Time is the real asset, not the amount of cash you start with. Which brings us to the big question, the one you have to ask yourself. Now that you've seen the numbers, now that you get how this snowball effect works, what is waiting actually costing you?